Fed Reserve now, is it good or bad? Where is crypto going? Where are the markets going? How are the politics of the world going to impact your bottom dollar? I'm about to tell you. Fed Reserve Now is being launched in July. Isn't that good or bad? It's not good. I'm going to tell you that. Fed Reserve Now system is saying must go through the Fed Reserve, and then they will send it over to your intended recipient. This is the move for the Fed now to go totally digital. Dump cash. Dump the U.S. dollar. Okay? They're following right now pretty much what China's doing with its whole social system. But it's a mechanism of control, how they are going to move to control us. We won't be in charge of our own money. Whole ability to control our own finance is what makes us independent financially. With the Fed Reserve, this system, they'll be able to say, we will liquidate. We do this like what you're spending we can control your finance. Wow. That's it. We're not going to allow me to spend your money. And that's kind of doing right now with their system. They're grading it on a social. So you're the leaded point for gossiping about the person. You're the leaded point breaking of common law. This is where they're going. China, their system now is they're totally being run by parents. And this is something that's being adopted by other countries. In Africa, interestingly, that now certain countries banning cats and their citizens wake up. And now they have to adopt using the digital currency of that country. Interesting enough, China is very involved in a number of these African countries. It's a form of socialism. It's a form of control. It's anti-capitalistic. And it's going to impact your bottom dollar. It's going to impact where financial markets are going. If we are dependent solely on the government to give us what we want, to give us their food, and that's what it's going to be, we're not going to be able to own it. I believe in cryptocurrency. I believe in the blockchain. I believe that this decentralized system of cryptocurrency is what gives us back economic freedom. But the digital currency, the central bank digital currency that they want, so where are the markets going? Where do I see the markets go? Bitcoin, indexes such as NASDAQ, such as the S&P. Well, right now we see that the NASDAQ is retesting. It's high, but it's faltering. It's coming down. So it's being rejected. We see that Bitcoin tested the resistance, and now it's being rejected as well on the daily. On the 4 hour, as I look today, it came about rejected partially. So I believe it for a day. And so we have to look at the lower levels that I'm going to show you in a minute. We're going to have to look at these particular lower levels. But how does that go back to the government moves to digital currency? Well, a number of things. Moving to digital currency, they're going to be dumping your financial market so that you're going to want to get out of it. The housing is going to be going in now. So you're going to want to go ahead and give your freedoms voluntarily away to this government system. And by the way, interestingly enough as well, the smart cities that they're having in China control over people, the smart cities that are being embraced and moved towards here in the United States. What really is going on? Well, I'm saying the digital world can be economic freedom. Do not be fooled. The system that is embraced and controlled by a government, a centralized system, only imprisons us. We defeat of a true revolution. Government should fear the people, not the people fearing the government. There is no reason why you should voluntarily give veto to the 1% elite. The 99%, you should not bend the knee. You should fight for your freedom. You should control your economic finances, and you should look and see exactly what this is doing. Because what happens in politics, you may not want to pay attention to your financial and economic. And if you did not even ignore this, you will voluntarily be giving up your rights to be controlled.
Quick look at Bitcoin on my 4-hour chart. We see here where it retested the $30,971 level and was rejected off of that. We see here on the 4-hour a big rejection where it came down. Wow, look at this wick. Wicked all the way down to $29,385.60 and come back down. But what I'm going to look for now is for it to go ahead and fill that wick at the next 4-hour candle. And we see here in my RSI where it was a big sell and it's coming down now. And then maybe we could look for it to come down to a big buy area down here. But if it breaks, if it breaks this light green line, which is my 50 EMA, then I'm looking for it to continue on its way down. That's on the 4-hour, guys. Let's go ahead and take a quick look on the weekly that I like to look at, the one with the weekly. And we see here where it was up here and then it was rejected right there at that line. It wicked up over here at 31,000, but never closed out there. But it broke and closed exactly here again. So it was over here in November of 2022, all right? And then again, a second attempt at that here, and now it's being rejected, okay? So at the beginning, red candle. If we go ahead, we could see it come back down here to that 27K level and then break down here again over to that $21,000 level and then come back and retest where it was back in January, February to that $15,000 level. And as I told you guys before, if it does not hold that $15,000, I'm looking for it to get down to that $13,000, $10,000 level. I cannot repeat it enough. And by the way, look, the reason why I am not bearish, the reason why I am not bullish is because we still have that 100-day exponential moving average that it's been under on my weekly Bitcoin chart. And over here, we see it's on that oversold level. This other green line here, which is a little bit darker one, that's my upper Bollinger Band. That's telling me that it's overbought. Taking a quick look, let's go ahead and see also what's happening with the indexes. I'm going to go to the S&P from the chart there. This is the weekly, and we see here the same thing happening. It retested. It's trying to break above that $44,441 resistance level, and it's trying where it tried before. And we'll see whether it can go ahead and do anything there. If not, on the weekly, we could see it coming back down. If it does not get up, if it does not break above further, then most likely than not, we'll get a rejection and Bitcoin will go ahead and follow. NASDAQ on the weekly doing the same thing that the S&P is doing. Index is following where it's moving forth and it's trying to go ahead. It's been retesting that resistance that's been trying to get above for the past 2 weeks now. We're in week 3. That's trying to get above that, and it's being rejected off of that as well. All right? So that's what I'm looking at primarily. I could go ahead and take also a quick look at Ethereum for the guys that are looking at Ethereum. Right now here, we're forming sort of a head and shoulders, which is telling me that it's a bearish indicator, a head and shoulders. And here we see that also like with Bitcoin, how many times it's retested this resistance, how many times it's retested this resistance, and it's being rejected off of that. All right? Guys, as I'm saying, I'm still waiting. I'm still expecting for us to go ahead and see a drop, see a sell-off, and then I'm going to look to see what the FOMC is going to have for us. And if they continue interest rate hikes, then my speculation, my belief, we're going to go ahead and get that drop. A lot of guys telling you, buy now, now's the time, going all in. Guys, I don't believe so, all right? Also, with what I told you in my opening statement, what's going on with the geopolitics, they're going to want to drive the market down. They want to go ahead and make the U.S. dollar useless. It's all about control, guys. It's all about control. We're looking at this, we've got to be smart. We've got to think like the bankers. We've got to think like the elite. We've got to invest and trade like the elite, but we cannot have the elite control us. We need to make sure that we stay in tune with what's going on in politics. We have to make the government accountable to us. We must not allow them to control us. We have to be the freedom fighters of our own lives and our own families. We must be true revolutionaries. We cannot bend the knee. We must not be controlled. We must fight for the basics of our own survival. Because it's coming, guys. It's coming. Here, we have to understand that we must not allow them to outthink us, to outmaneuver us. We must not embrace the emotions of investing. We must have no emotion if we're going to succeed in investing, in trading, in making money, and also in maintaining the basic fundamental opportunities and rights of achieving financial and economic freedom. Everything I'm giving to you is for educational purposes only. It's my speculation, but I believe my speculation is correct. And I want you to have the same successes that I'm having. And I also want you to know that if we as a people, we as a majority can maintain this economic freedom and financial fortitude, then together we will achieve our power over the elite, over the global banking elite. And that's why I'm bringing you this content every single day. I cannot be the only one that's successful. We must all be successful together. Because when we're all successful together, they will never defeat us. If you enjoyed what you heard, the information that I'm giving to you, I'd ask you to please hit like. It really does great for the algorithms, and it lets me know that you appreciate the content that I'm giving to you, and it encourages me to give you more. Also, if you really enjoy the content and the information that I'm bringing to you, please hit subscribe. That way you get all the information that I'm giving to you. Everything I'm giving to you is the knowledge and the interactions that I've gotten from my past experience, decades of experience working in the halls of power of the United States Congress, with the White House, the United Nations, and various governments, seeing the detriment that they can do to us, being involved in revolutions myself, and seeing what's happened to the people who are suffering. Again, look forward to providing more content, more information to you. See you soon.